Simona Buena. We're gonna get into the mode of Yom Tov of the Chagim. So the Rambam says, we cannot create fire on Yom Tov on a holiday, not from any source of from any different types of particles, whether it's wood or stone or anything else. We cannot create fire on Yom Tov. Now we are allowed to use fire me'esh le'esh, but we cannot create fire if it has not been lit or ignited before Yom Tov. If it has been, we can transfer fire from one place to the next, from a candle to a stove, from a stove top to a candle, and so on and so forth. We light our candles one from the next because it's from an existing flame. So because we're not allowed to ignite fire, says Avodah Yosef, that we're also not allowed to drive on Yom Tov. We're not allowed to operate vehicles. And also that includes the isur, the prohibition of electricity on Yom Tov. We are not allowed to turn on electricity or electricity off on Yom Tov. However, what happens if a person forgot to prepare their fire before Yom Tov, to light their home before Yom Tov, to make a flame before Yom Tov, and they are now in a situation where they're stuck really? What can they do? Is it the same as Shabbat, that we really have no option, or is there a deviation and we are allowed to maybe ask somebody that's not Jewish on Yom Tov to light it for us? And the Halakha says Avodah Yosef that you're allowed to ask somebody that is not Jewish to light a fire for you on Yom Tov, to light your electricity on Tov. Why? Because the Isul of lighting Midoraita, it sounds like you're allowed to light Midoraita. And Midrabanan, we have an Isur to do so. So the Isur is Midrabanan, and when you have, which means it's a rabbinical Isur to light electricity or fire on Yom Tov, and when there is a tzorech, when there is a need, like you need to enhance your holiday, you need a cook, you need a see, there's a mitzvah in the situation or a big need, you are allowed to ask them to do it for you. Some poskim even say, if you don't have a fire, you're allowed to ask a child to do that on Yom Tov, or you're allowed to use matches, because matches is actually a fire that's contained, it's already a fire basically in potential. And all we have to do is bring it out into fruition. But we don't really rush to do that. We prepare everything in advance. But practically speaking, the difference between Shabbat and Yom Tov in relation, as it relates to fire or light or electricity, that on Yom Tov, we may ask someone that is not Jewish to turn on the lights for us, to make a fire for us, and that is permissible for the Simcha of Yom Tov. Amen.